what's up you guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, I know that I am a little bit late on this, however, I still wanted to go ahead and share with you guys some of my favorite things throughout September. Now, as always, we're gonna start off from the inside out, starting off with a little bit of diet, and you guys know that is gonna be keto friendly. Moving on from there, we've got some skincare, and then closing things off, everything that makes the outside pretty with aesthetics. So without ado, let's jump right on in. Okay, so when it comes to my food favorites this month, I don't know why, but I have a little bit of a lunchbox theme going on. So starting things off, we do have a little bit of string cheese. Oh my god, I've been loving the shit out of this, but even more so when I go ahead and take one of those strings and I wrap them in a little bit of peppered salami. This has been one of my go-to snacks, I'm not even gonna lie. These two are like one of my go-to meals. Like when I'm super duper busy and I just don't have time to take care of anything, I'm just like, grab this from the fridge, grab this from the fridge, and grab something to drink, and then boom, you've got a meal as you're trying to work through whatever you have to do during the day. Now, to kind of go along with that, another thing that I want to point out, and this doesn't technically count as my favorite, I need to kind of, what's the word I want to say? Usually I like to keep my favorites to like 3s. However, I'm going to slip this in as like a bonus one. Rockstar did come out with a new flavor, or at least it's new to my area, called Smashed Blue. And the thing that this reminds me of is, yes, blue raspberry ices. So if you've been craving the taste of blue raspberry ices with no carbs whatsoever, go ahead and get your hands on the Rockstar Smashed Blue. This one is also, it feels like it's a workout one because it also has like creatine and carnitine in there. So, you know, take this before you're working out. Have a little bit of a childhood revival. Now, unfortunately, this one I have nothing to show you for, but this is going to be the Quest protein chips in barbecue flavor, and wow. Okay, so you know how I was ranting last month about the nacho cheese Quest chips? Well, these ones, oh my god, they're so friggin' good, and I like went through the box super duper quick. I like got obsessed, and I just started munching away, which was probably not the greatest. However, wait, did you see? That is 2 grams of carbs per bag. That's 2 grams less than the other one. So we've got chips, we've got blue ices, and then we've got string cheese and salami. So those are kind of like my lunchbox favorites. Now we're gonna move into something that's a little bit more adult. And I mentioned this in an earlier video, but Torani is killing it with their syrups. This one is a bottle of classic hazelnut. I have a bottle of the vanilla in my cupboard right now. These are both sugar-free, but what y'all gotta check out is Almond Roca. Oh my god, I found this online and I was like, I need to have that in my life. I also did buy a bottle of the pumpkin spice, which is gonna be coming, I think, sometime next week. I know I caved into the whole pumpkin spice trend. I don't know what it is. I even have a pumpkin spice candle going on right now. You know, I'm sorry. I went basic this month. Regardless, one of the other things, and this is the last part that I did want to go ahead and fill you in on, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a dance right now, because this shirt that I'm in right now is a small baby. It's a small. I haven't fit into this shirt for, I want to say, like 5 years. Yes, I was keeping this in my closet for a long time, but I've like slipped into it today. I was like, I gotta find something to wear, and I was like, let's see, let's just give it a shot. Now, to be honest with you, it's a little tight, it's a little bit snug, but I think that if we keep working at it, you know, we'll make some progress, and boom. Okay, so my September skincare favorites are going to be a little bit odd. They're all very utilitarian for some of the things that have been going down in my life. And we're gonna start things off with the Hamish All Clean Balm. Now, this one is a cleansing balm and it's made to take off your makeup. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. Keep in mind, the kind of makeup that I do on myself is very much just base makeup. So it's like foundation, concealer, some contour, some highlight, nothing too far beyond that, so I don't really know how well it works on like things like waterproof mascara. But the one thing that I will say is I can put it like directly over my eyes and scrub like that, and my eyes will not like sting, they will not water, they are absolutely fine. And you guys know that my eyes are pretty gosh darn sensitive, especially from all of the contact videos that I do. So it's nice to be able to have something like this, which is really, really nice and gentle, but able to get all of the makeup off. Now, of course, I do follow this up with a second step cleanse. So this is kind of like the makeup remover step. And then after that, we go ahead and do the skin cleansing step. The next thing that I've absolutely been loving is actually this Innisfree olive oil. It's like an oil mist. Now I was playing around with different face mists and I found another mist that I liked, and I'll cover it in maybe an empties video for you guys. That was a bit expensive. I liked what it did, however, I didn't like the price that I had to pay for it, so I kind of went around and researched other things, and I actually really fell in love with this one. The spray on this is absolutely fantastic. It's really nice and fine. The smell is amazing. I actually like to use this as kind of like a prep before makeup. So I'll go ahead and spray it down and kind of pat it into my face and then put on whatever foundation that I want to put on, and it makes that foundation just slightly glowy. Scent's amazing, the way it preps your skin is amazing, and also if you're just, because sometimes in the morning I get really busy, like I have to go ahead and either run to the gym or I need to go ahead and take care of some emails, respond to some comments, all of that kind of stuff, and sometimes I don't have time to do my morning skincare straight away, but I also don't want my skin to be dry. So what ends up happening is I'm like, okay, I got shit I gotta do. I gotta run to the grocery store real quick, so let me go ahead and mist my face with this, and I'll just go ahead and mist it and then pat it in. Then after that, I'll put on some SPF and I will head right on out the door, and I think it's absolutely amazing for that. And also if you just need a refresher at any point in time. Now, this is definitely not going to be something that I would say is kind of like a makeup setting spray. Don't use it for that. But if your makeup is looking a little bit dry, give this a shot. Try to mist it around, and it's much more affordable. I think I picked it up for like 11 bucks off of Amazon. It's fantastic. Now the next thing is something that I've been a fan of for a long time. Jack Black, oh my god, please let me say it right. Jack Black lip balms. I have multiple of these. I have one in the bedroom, I have one in the office, I have one in the bathroom, and I have one in the car. These have been absolutely amazing, especially because of the fact that the weather is slowly getting darker, and it's like, we're transitioning into winter. And I've been wanting to put these on, especially because I've been playing around with lip products lately that tend to kind of dry my lips out a little bit, so using these underneath and sometimes like taking them and like patting them on top over keeps those products moist and makes it feel less crusty and crumbly. I know that these are kind of like a cult favorite around YouTube, but I've been using them for such a long time and I'm obsessed. I have like, I think my favorite flavor, if you guys can find it, is like the black tea black currant one. Saw that one on Sephora and I went ahead and picked that up. I love that flavor, but there is another one and I don't remember which one it is. That actually has a little bit of menthol, so it kind of like refreshes your lips and make them feel a little bit tingly. I'll go ahead and leave a note in the description box once I figure out what it is. I'll just go rotate, just put all of these on my lips, like, which one's waking me up right now? Now the last thing that I want to talk about, again, I like to keep things to 3s, but for some reason this month it's been 4, are these things. And I know that they look weird and they look odd, but they're basically Velcro pads for your hair. Now, the thing is, before this, as you guys know, my hairstylist was actually out. He had his kidneys replaced, which amazing, so glad that he was able to get that done. But my hair was looking long and gross. So when I went to go ahead and wash my face and all that kind of stuff, my hair kept getting into like all up in there. So I was looking for headbands. I got headbands. Headbands were too small for me. In fact, all of the headbands that I have to go ahead and give to my little sister because they're like the long stretchy ones with the ears, the cute ones. But these are so utilitarian and perfect because you could just go ahead and slap it on and bam, it just holds your hair just right. I think it's absolutely amazing. And one of the tricks that I actually found, which I thought was really cool, and any Asian men out there, or even just any men with thicker, coarser hair that tends to get a little poofy on the sides when you haven't gotten a haircut for a while, what you can actually do is you can stick this on the side of your head to kind of compress all of that extra hair. So I would say moisten your hair, put in like a leave-in treatment, stick this to the side and let it dry, and it actually dries like downwards, so that way you don't get as much poofiness, which is absolutely fantastic. Or let's say if you've got shorter hair and you want to do kind of like a pompadour, you can actually go ahead and like spray your hair a little bit, and then what you can do is you can kind of maneuver it into place, and you can hold it in place while your hairspray is drying or whatever product is drying. So you don't even have to use it as just kind of like, oh, keep my hair out of my face while I'm doing my skincare. These just have so many uses, and you can take a blow dryer and you can blow dry through them because they've got little gaps. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Definitely one of my favorite beauty products this month. Is it beauty? I'm considering it beauty. skincare. It's technically skincare. We're on skincare, right? Let's just move along. And last but definitely not least, we arrive at aesthetics. And you may already notice that you've been looking at them throughout this entire video. So one of the ones that I've absolutely been loving is these kind of, what do you call these? These like threader earrings. So for those of you guys who don't know, I actually have my cartilage pierced. So I've kind of had these threader earrings that I've been able to just like pop in through, and it has a little chain that dangles down. If you guys were looking at my Instagram, I actually have some there. It comes in a variety of lengths, so they do have a 3 centimeter one, a 6 centimeter one, and a 9 centimeter one. I'm using the 6 centimeters right now. I actually did pick up the 9 centimeters, but I found it to be just a tad bit too long for me. However, I kind of do want to experiment with wearing them asymmetrically, so like a 6 centimeter one here and like a 9 centimeter one here, or I actually went ahead and picked up some studs that match these little balls. See, I'll actually even take them out for you so you can see. They're like super duper easy. You can just take them out, and this is what they look like. See? Really simple. And then you could just go ahead and pop them right back on in. They're super easy to put in and take out, and bam, right there. Absolutely loving that. And here's another thing that I've kind of been loving too. I actually just started doing it last night, so I can't really call it a monthly favorite, but I'm slipping it in here as a bonus. Sleeping without earrings on. See, I tend to sleep with my stud earrings in, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes they get a little, like when I wake up, like maybe I slept on my ear wrong or something, and the bar tends to have bruised it. But because of the fact that I've been playing around with these, I've just been taking off earrings at night, and oh my god, I had such a good night's sleep last night just by taking them off. I was like, we're gonna keep doing this next month. The next thing that you guys may have noticed throughout this video is, of course, my Siesta Pearls in orange. Now, this is definitely one of those surprise favorites this month. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of me kind of embracing what I've got and kind of accentuating it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, you know, I like to mess around with my eye color. I have a lot of fun with it. I like to lighten it with like kind of like the gray greens that you've seen me wear last month. I really liked the Siesta Romance khakis. Those ones were really pretty, and those were also kind of like these grayish, greenish tones. But one of my favorites to keep going back to is the Siesta Orange. It's just shiny and shimmery and glossy, and it just brings out the browns in my eyes even more. And I'm like, listen, I don't hate my brown eyes, but you know, it's a nice little way to like bring some light and bring some life into them. So I've had a lot of fun with that lately as well. Now, the next item and bonus item, because I don't know, I've been all about bonuses this month, get your extra on, is this, which is ColourPop, the Ultra Blotted Lip in Zuma, and I'm actually wearing it right now. The thing that I love about it is it's kind of like my lips, but slightly browner and slightly pinker. Now, the thing about this is my foundation, I usually wear to kind of like, it's a little bit lighter to match the rest of me, because my body is pale. But my face is actually fairly deeper, so when I don't have any foundation on, this actually looks super duper ridiculously natural. And the interesting thing about this is it is the Ultra Blotted Lip formulation. So what it's actually like is when you put it on, it's like a lip gloss, but it dries down matte. So it still has that transparentness, that sheerness of a lip gloss. However, it still does tint your lips, so you get a nice tint to your lips. You can still see the outline of your own lip, so it looks really natural. But in my case, it makes me look more alive, because sometimes my lips look a little bit dead. Which is never fun whatsoever. I'm like, oh my god, my lips look kind of gray this morning. So that's kind of what I really got into, and they pair really well with the Jack Black lip balm. So I'll put the Jack Black lip balm on, I'll let it set for a second, I'll put this on top, and you know, it's not as drying, but even when it does dry, you just don't feel like there's anything on there. Now the last one is me being extra. This is I have to admit, this is a weird thing that I do. I'll put this on right before bed because it's super glossy and it's moisturizing. This is the Color Icon Lip Gloss in Leo. This is from the Wet n Wild Zodiac collection. So super cheap. It was like $2. I'm like, it's $2 and it says Leo. Let's go ahead and pick it up and see how it goes. And it looks crazy in the tube. It looks orange and kind of pinkish at the same time, but that's really just like a duochrome glitter, and I'll put it on for you guys right now. All it does is add like a little extra sparkle. Oh my god, I never had to do this in the e-harner before. But as you can see, it doesn't really do an insane amount to the lips, but it does just make them a little bit glossier, a little bit shinier, and a little bit glimmerier. So what I'll actually do is I'll put this on like at night before bed. I'm like, look at me, I'm sparkly, I'm shiny, right? And then when I wake up, there's just a little trace of it left. And then I'll go ahead and put on my lip care and all of that. And I'm like, just a hint of sparkle. You know, I know it's, okay, I know it makes me like extra gay, but I kind of been embracing all of the odd things that make me me this month. And you know, a little bit of accentuation with this, a little bit of eye accentuation, a little bit of ear accentuation. Why not? Why not embrace yourself? In fact, that's what you should do right now. Go give yourself a hug. Alrighty, so those are my September favorites. Go ahead and leave in the comments below if there is anything that you have fallen in love with this month. Is there anything cool and new that you've discovered? Toss that down there, or just let me know what you think about my favorites. Is there anything that I've helped you discover? Regardless, that does about do it for me for now. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. You guys, go on out there and have a great October, alright? I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!